I would say the most important thing is know your audience. Know who it is that you are talking to. Understand their concerns. Think about what you're writing in terms of what will be helpful and educational to them. A lot of people want to focus the writing on, here's what I want to tell my customers. You really need to turn it around. What do your customers need to know, and how can you best educate and share with them, understand them, and you're going to make a much better connection.
Okay. I guess we have a little bit more time than I thought. But could you, what kind of quality content can you share? And we talked briefly about ebooks, but can you expand on that and some other types of content that you've come across that might be helpful?
One of the things we've been working on a lot lately is trying to make sure that the content is addressing a specific aspect of a customer relationship. It's very tempting in almost every single client I have worked with and work with now that says, but don't forget this, but this person, don't forget that. And to try to get people to focus on a particular aspect or a particular segment makes a big difference, because all of a sudden your title of your ebook is going to be something that's letting somebody know I'm zeroing in on, for example, we just wrote one about small and emerging businesses and their where they need help in terms of delivering customer service. And focusing on small and emerging businesses, yes, my client manages all sorts of different size companies, but this particular market is something that they're interested in working more closely to develop. So let's do a piece just on that, and let's try to focus on it and use that piece really effectively. It's very tempting to say, we also work with big businesses and we also work with government, and but don't forget them, mention them, do this, do that. Then all of a sudden you've got a big pile of distraction. So if you can think about it in terms of developing multiple pieces addressing each particular market segment or a particular theme that you want to share, you're going to be much more effective in terms of using it and marketing it and getting reaction from it.
So develop multiple sales funnels for each market that you're working with, and then develop a whole strategy around each particular one.
Use it over and over and over again. If you've got that ebook, it's like Jody's saying, you need to promote it a lot of different times on social media in a lot of different ways. You need to excerpt it as a blog post. You need to tease it in your email newsletter that you send to all your clients. Just every single channel you can think of to use it. You've spent the money and invested the time and energy in this. Make sure that you're sharing it. The tree falls in the woods, and unless somebody's out there dragging out, you're not going to hear it.
Right, that's exactly right.
I guess I'd say, even if you don't plan to work with an external person to write your content, seek out their advice. I think it's very difficult for particularly people who are developers of their own product. They tend to get very quickly into the weeds. They want to share the technical details of what their solution does, and they forget somehow to take a step back and look at the business benefits. So if you can at least run your idea by somebody and ask them to help you zero in on what some of the top level things you should talk about, I think that's huge. Don't forget to connect with your audience and ask for advice on what's the best way to do that.